Hi, I did my interview speech on my aunt, who is a vet tech supervisor at a small clinic in Mentor. I asked her a few questions. I asked her, when did she know that she wanted to be a vet? She said that after she got her first job at the Lake County Humane Society around 25, she started off as a kennel assistant, and from there she was eager to learn about the health and safety and the different diseases that can go wrong with cats and dogs mostly. And so she decided that she wants to take the next step and pursue her dream and become a registered vet tech. Now, back then, she didn't have to take a huge test to be a vet tech. She just needed to know a few small things, and she would get her license. But now that times have changed, she has to continue with her continuing education classes in order to still keep her license. She said she loved working in a shelter, but it was getting to a point where she couldn't take the heartbreak of animals not getting adopted or getting looked up for behavioral problems, or because they look shy and timid, or because they're too hyper and jumped over the cage. She said that March is the worst time to work in a shelter because you get all the Christmas puppies. You get 5-month-old puppies that come in and they're just rambunctious and crazy because they thought, hey, let's get a puppy for Christmas, and not take care of it or not train it properly, and then they don't know what to do with it, so they bring it to the shelter. I asked her what the best part of her job was. She said the best part of her job is knowing what's exactly wrong with the patient and that they can actually figure out the right medicine and get it better as soon as possible. She said it was really hard on her when she goes home at night and she couldn't find what's wrong with a dog or a cat or a guinea pig or a bunny, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to treat it, what medication, and you have to do all these tests and wait for the results. She said it really just pounds in her head that she can't figure it out. I asked her if she could pick another career, what would she choose for it to be? And she said she wouldn't pick another career because animals will always be around, so they'll always need help, they'll always need vet care and stuff like that. And she said that she doesn't like working with people, can't stand people, that's why she chose to work with animals. Even though you kind of have to talk to the owner to figure out what's wrong with the dog, but she said she can stand that. She just doesn't want to have to deal with people or putting a needle in a person's arm where they could, I don't know, get hurt more or something. I asked her what's the worst part of her job, and she said the worst part of her job is obviously putting animals down for just not good enough reasons to put them down. Like they put down a dog the other day that came in because the owner just didn't want it to live anymore, which I don't know why you would own a dog if you don't want it to live. But she said it also really sucks when they have like stray kittens or puppies that have parvo and they can't afford to spend all this money to fix them, so they gotta put them to sleep. And if you have a kitten that has FIV, you don't want it to with other cats, and people who have cats have more than one cat, and you can't have an FIV cat with another cat because then that cat will get FIV, and it'll just be an ongoing cycle. I asked her what a typical day was like. She said she comes in the morning and she feeds the animals, cleans the litter boxes, cleans the kennel. They don't keep many dogs at the clinic, just ones that like have surgery the next day or are there for like real bad health problems to where they need monitored overnight and stuff. So then she said she likes to look at the appointment book and see what's coming in so she can prepare herself and ask what questions need to be asked and make sure she's up to date on what needs to be done with that dog. If it needs vaccines, make sure you get them out and ready. I asked her if she had to pick a specialty, what would she pick? She said she would pick dental specialty because you don't know if a dental's going to take 30 minutes or 3 hours, and she said that she wants she likes to have a plan in her day. So if the dental's going to take 3 hours, and then you have another one that's going to take 30 minutes, and you know about how your day's going to go, rather than just a bunch of patients coming in and not knowing how long it's going to take, and your day will go by a lot faster when you have a plan. But she said she doesn't want to pursue in it because she likes where she's at now, and they don't specialize in dentals, and it's kind of like a one doctor, two vet techs, one receptionist, so it's really small, so she gets a lot of hours, so she likes it. And I asked her, what do you like, do you have any pointers on what I should do to prepare myself to come out RVT? And she said, make sure you pay attention to detail. Detail is going to be the biggest thing you need to worry about. You need to write down all the information that the client tells you, because you don't want, to accidentally miss something, and then 4 hours later the doctor comes and says, oh, the client also said it had this and you couldn't remember. Well, if you wrote everything down, then you'll be able to remember, and if it wasn't said, then you can just add it in there really quick. But or if you saw an animal 3 hours ago and you don't know what, and you can't remember, you can just go back and look at your notes really quick and remember, and get a fresh mind of what went wrong in case she called again or she brought the animal back because it was getting worse. And then she also just said, make sure you write down everything. It's very important to write down everything. She really stressed that, and to pay attention in your labs and microscope labs, because you can learn a lot, and there's a lot of different diseases out there, and different worms and diseases that are they're kind of the same between cats and dogs, but then they're kind of different. So you need to pay attention to like what goes with what, so you don't get mixed up. But she wants to wish everybody good luck, and she knows that we all can do it. Alright, that was my speech. Thank you.